Hey guys, this is my Let's Play of Haven Call of the King. Right now we're at part 16, and I have finally gotten all of those goddamn hero stones to be able to talk to this freaking elder. So, let's just hear what this fucker has to say. Slowly but surely, we're getting there.
Well done, young warrior. You have faced many challenges.
Yes,
fought many battles and
excuse
proven
me.
yourself worthy.
Hello?
And would you mind not interrupting? It's very rude, you know.
But I'm not interested in being a champion. I just need to talk to you about my dreams.
Dreams?
Nobody has
I see
dreams!
a tall tower on top of a mountain, and inside there's a great golden bell.
Shh, be careful what you say.
What?
You're not supposed to talk about such things.
Even if there's no one around to hear. Literally no one.
Now then, you say you had a dream about a golden bell on top of a mountain. Incredible. The bell you are referring to is called the Golden Voice, and it sits atop the Mount of Sighs.
Mount of Sighs?
And you see all this in a dream, you say?
Yes, I know it sounds strange, but I'm sure it must all mean something.
Amazing. Here, let me show you.
My penis.
Far back in the mists of ancient time,
Oh,
people lived free
man.
and, for the most part, happy in a golden
Of
city called
course, there's an
Argus. It was ruled over by a mighty
expository
and just leader named
mythology
Athelion.
sequence.
Now Athelion had a mortal enemy, Vetch, who had conquered many races and
Except
many
the
worlds.
mythology
He was determined to defeat Athelion, but he could not
is
even
apparently
approach the Golden
not
City,
too
since its intense
mythological.
light would blind him and his minions. So he decided to bide his time.
It's a weird kind of thing where it's a flashback and a mythology combined.
Athelion was called away to help his father fight in the Galactic Crusades.
Galactic
Before he
Crusades.
left, he had a bell fashioned from pure gold and set it in a tower on top of the Mount of Sighs. It was called the Golden Voice, and if the people were ever in need of it, they could sound a bell, and Athelion would return to save them.
This elder
So
sounds
Athelion
so
left, and Vetch saw his chance.
uninterested in
He
what
made
he's
a pact
saying.
with one of the council who were left in charge of Arius, a man named Dacis. With his help, Vetch engineered a virus that would infect the people of Arius and drive them out of the Golden City. Not only that, without regular doses of the antidote, the people would die. So they were made to work as slaves for Vetch. Vetch found that he could not destroy the Golden Voice, so he built a permanent fortress around the Mount of Sighs, so that if anyone tried to sound the voice, they would be captured. And as far as I know, the voice still sits silently on top of the Mount of Sighs. Athelion must still be out there somewhere fighting for good.
Well, that was relatively painless.
Wow. So the mountain does exist.
Almost certainly. Why else would Vetch be so concerned about it?
Whew. I was starting to think I was going mad.
I wish
know
that
where
was
it
the
is?
case.
That's the only problem. Nobody knows for sure. When we first were enslaved, many of our people gave their lives to escape and take with them the artifacts of our fallen race. The artifacts were all hidden in a maze in the depths of a huge volcano. Maybe there is something in there that will help you find the Mount of Sighs.
How did I get there?
I had an escape tunnel made in case I ever fell from Vetch's favor. It leads to a small aircraft that you can use to fly to the volcano. Oh, this is so very exciting. If you find the Golden Voice, it could mean that Vetch's grip is weakening, and he may not be as invincible as he believes. Now go quickly before the guards become suspicious, and good luck.
So in case that was a lot to take in, basically, the king left the world, or the galaxy, or whatever. I don't know what he's supposed to be the king of, but he had this bell made, and the bell, once it's rung, makes the king come back, but the bad guy made it so people couldn't ring the bell. It's just, it's a messy plot. It's a really messy plot. So I'm not going to talk about that. Instead, what I want to talk about is something that's been on my mind recently. And yes, this is going to be another one of those deep, philosophical ones. Because that's what you come to my channel for, right? You come from a crazy non sequiturs and my existentialist thoughts. Kind of every other episode appears to be one or the other. Anyway, I've been thinking, and mind you, this is just hypothetical thought. I don't honestly think this, I just think it's interesting to consider it as a concept, is if people have their brain, but their brain is in a different person. Okay? Are you following me? Probably not. It sounds better in my head. But if your brain is inside another person, except you're feeling as if through some kind of radiating impulse from the other body. Oh, how do I phrase this? Your body and your brain are separate, but your brain feels everything going on in your body. So you're seeing what the body is seeing. You're feeling what the body is feeling, but your brain's in an entirely different place. Now, of course, I said this is just a conceptual, not real, because I mean, if somebody shoots you in the head, then yeah, you're gonna die. Your brain's not gonna keep living on in someone else. Although, yeah, I guess that would mean that if somebody shot the body in the head, then that would mean some other person dies and you just keep on living. But I don't know. I just think it's interesting to consider that maybe everything we're seeing is not actually, like, if you're sitting in your home, looking around, looking at your walls, that might not actually be your home. It just might be what you consider to be your home, just because that's what you see. And I mean, you feel the desk. I'm feeling the desk in front of me. This could be not my desk. I mean, it just depends on if you define yourself based on what your brain thinks or on what your body feels. Do we define ourselves based on our feelings, or do we define ourselves based on our external experiences? Because if we base it on the external stimulation that we get, well then we're just a body without a brain. If we base it on our feelings, then maybe we're just a brain without a body. So, what is the case? I guess that raises an interesting point about love and affection, though. You know? I mean, you're sitting there with your significant other, holding hands with them, looking deep into their eyes, but what if you're not actually there with them? If your brain is somewhere over in China, in some other person's body who's getting their neural signals from some other body, and it's just an interconnected web of people with their brains, and you're sitting there, your body, your external body is sitting there, would that make you jealous of your body? Would your brain be jealous of your body? Would your body be jealous of your brain? It's kind of confusing to think about. This is a lot for me to say at one time and try to articulate it clearly. And again, I can't say it enough that I don't actually think this is the case with how life works. It's just, I felt like saying it to get it out of my head. But I mean, that's just one of those things. Love. Oh, what is love? Especially if you're just a body without a brain. Does it really make any sense? And that's to say nothing of epiphanies. I mean, when you're watching a movie and you have one of those experiences like, oh my god, you're not really seeing it. Or maybe you are really seeing it. This sounded a lot more sensible in my head. I still think it's an interesting point, though. Maybe you guys can comment me with your thoughts. Or you can just tell me I'm crazy. Maybe I am just crazy for just thinking about this. I don't know. But, plane levels. How about dem apples, huh? Trying to subtly veer the subject into something more logical. See, I didn't really have... I decided I wanted to talk about that, you know, crazy, mind-blowing thing today because, I mean, this is another one of those levels where you're just flying. You're just flying, you're just shooting. Pretty much you're supposed to destroy the blimps. Maybe I should have explained that. You're supposed to destroy all the blimps, and after you destroy the blimps, you go onto some further section and you destroy another one. And the planes, they just kind of fuck with your shit while you're not fighting a blimp. Or while you are fighting a blimp. They're just a 24/7 shit-fucking convention. That would be weird if there was a convention dedicated to having sex with poop. Oh god. What would have possibly inspired me to say that? I mean, I know why I said it, because I just said shit fucking convention. But why would I think it was okay to divulge further details into that? It could just as easily be a convention where people get together and target one person at the convention and say, hey, we're just gonna screw with that guy all weekend. And that guy's just like, oh man, I didn't want this to be the case, but I guess I took that risk when I came to the shit fucking convention. And then there will, of course, be that one guy who shows up just because he does think that it's a convention all about having sex with feces. At which point I'll say, well, I mean, that's pretty gross, but I guess I did put that idea in your head. That is all my fault. Anyway, this has been an interesting episode, to say the least. Discussing crazy philosophical concepts, and then going right into having sex with the brown stuff that comes out of your poop hole. But that's the kind of unpredictable nature you get with See, that's unpredictability right there. That being said, I hope you enjoyed this episode somewhat, and I'll see you guys later.